standing for the presentation of the colors.
Good morning. Please join us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may now be seated.
Good morning. My name is Owen Vogler.
Buenos días, my name is Sofia Vargas Viana.
早上好, my name is Bella Campbell.
It is our honor to welcome families, friends, faculty and staff, esteemed guests, and the class of 2025 graduates to the 96th commencement ceremony at Needham Broughton High School.
Estimados profesores, familia, amigos, miembros del claustro académico y especialmente nuestros queridos graduados de la clase del 2025. Es un placer para nosotros darles la bienvenida a la ceremonia número 96 en Needham Broughton High School.
我们非常高兴欢迎各位家人、老师、朋友、贵宾以及2025届的毕业生来到 Needham Broughton 高中的第96届毕业典礼。
Today, we stand at the threshold of a new beginning, a moment to reflect on the journey we've shared and the milestones we've conquered. This unique class of graduates has conquered obstacles, developed passion and talent, and maintained a commitment to academic excellence.
Hoy no solo cosechamos los frutos de nuestros esfuerzos, sino también asumimos la responsabilidad de ser líderes y agentes de cambio en nuestra sociedad. Nuestras nuevas habilidades nos impulsarán a triunfar más allá de Broughton. Al avanzar, conservemos las lecciones aprendidas, las amistades forjadas y los recuerdos creados, sabiendo que el futuro está en nuestras manos.
我们是运动员、创意者、未来的领袖与学者。我们继承 Broughton 业精于勤的精神，同时勇敢追求成长与改变。我们会一直努力变得更好，回馈社区，一起向更好的未来前进。
To our faculty, staff, friends, and families, thank you for your unwavering support, which has been the foundation for our success. And graduates, take this time to reflect on your experiences and achievements at Broughton. Thank you for joining us this morning.
Gracias por acompañarnos esta mañana.
谢谢大家今天参加毕业典礼。
Recently, I was told that the most important word in the English dictionary is the word with. At first, I struggled to believe that such a simple word could have such a grand significance. But as I thought about it, I realized most of the most beautiful things in my life have been with people. With these past 4 years of high school behind us, we can look back on the time we've spent with each other. We've been with each other through early morning study sessions and midnight cram sessions, through championship games and heartbreaking losses, through college applications, rejections, and acceptances, through proms and homecomings, through laughter and tears, through growth and change. With trepidation, as we as freshmen were strangers connected only by our shared nervousness and oversized backpacks. Now looking around this room, I see family. I see the people who shaped who I am today. With implies connection, partnership, and shared experience. It's the opposite of alone. None of us have had the same experiences, and that's the beauty of life. What makes it truly special is our ability to be with one another, to share, connect, and grow despite our differences. And while our high school years have certainly included moments of solitude and individual achievement, the memories that shine the brightest are those we created together. With each of those moments, being together wasn't just nice, it was necessary. With your challenges, belief, and occasional despair and unwavering presence, thank you, faculty and staff. You've shown us what it means to be present, not just physically, but intellectually and emotionally. With you beside us since day one, thank you, families. Your unwavering support has been our foundation. And with my fellow graduates walking this journey with me, thank you. You've changed me in ways I'm still discovering. With pride today, we'll walk across this stage into different futures. Our paths will diverge in countless directions, but what we've learned about being with each other will still remain. With our time at Broughton coming to an end, and as we go forward, let's remember the power of this small word. Let's seek out meaningful connections. Let's show up for one another. Let's create communities wherever we go that embody what we have experienced here, the profound power of with. Because alone we may go faster, but together, with each other, we go further. Congratulations, class of 2025. I've loved being with you.
It is our honor to welcome many special guests to our 96th commencement.
As we introduce our distinguished guests, we would ask that you please hold your applause until all have been introduced.
Distinguished guests, please stand as we recognize you.
Dr. Robert Taylor, Superintendent of the Wake County Public School System.
Representative Tim Longest, North Carolina House of Representatives, District 34.
Mr. Tyler Swanson, Vice Chair of the Wake County Public School System Board of Education.
Mr. Sam Hershey, member of the Wake County Public School System Board of Education and Board Representative for Broughton High School. District 5 Commissioner Tara Waters, member of the Wake County Board of Commissioners.
Ms. Stormy Fort, Mayor Pro Tem for the City of Raleigh and Broughton graduate of the class of 1989.
Mr. Corey Branch, Raleigh City Council member.
Ms. Marshall Adams David, City of Raleigh City Manager.
Dr. Clinton Robinson, Chief of Staff and Strategic Planning of the Wake County Public School System.
Dr. Lloyd Gardner, Interim Chief of Schools in the Wake County Public School System.
Ms. Lacey Peckham, Central Area Superintendent.
Dr. Elena Ashburn, former principal of Broughton High School.
Mr. Steve Mayers, former principal of Broughton High School.
Mr. Roy Teal, former teacher, assistant principal, and principal of Broughton High School.
Dr. Diane Payne, former principal of Broughton High School.
Please join us in welcoming all of our distinguished guests.
We would like to take this time to thank all of our parents, faculty, staff, and administration for their continuous dedication and commitment to the class of 2025.
First, the parents. Your relentless dedication to the success of each student has allowed us to be among the 490 graduates sitting here today. Although the transition from middle school to high school and from high school to college or the workforce are some of the hardest times for both students and parents, you all have continued to support us unconditionally. As we embark on our next journey, we will carry all of your lessons and advice with us, allowing us to grow from the little toddlers we once were into the successful young adults we are becoming. From homework help to supporting us at sporting and arts events, and even bringing dinner to our rooms while we worked hard to get an essay done that was due the next day, we can't thank you enough for the endless time and effort that you have invested into our education.
Secondly, a thank you to all Broughton faculty. The graduating class of 2025 commends your unwavering support, guidance, and dedication to each of our unique academic journeys. Over the past 4 years, you have all watched us grow into more knowledgeable and independent students, guiding us each step along the way. Day in and day out, the smiles and welcoming nature of Broughton's teachers exhibit have been crucial to allowing us to feel individually heard and understood. This support system pushed us to receive better grades, test scores, and personal achievements previously, though incomprehensible to our freshman selves. Your passion for teaching has inspired us, wisdom has shaped us, and your encouragement has empowered us to strive towards excellence. As we enter the next chapter of our lives, we will continue to carry the lessons you've imparted and the values you've instilled.
Last but not least, thank you to our staff and administration. Because of you, Broughton is a safe, welcoming, and caring environment. Your unwavering commitment to us, starting as a freshman year with masks, to getting us to where we are now, is just a witness to how much you care. Thank you for teaching invaluable life lessons, sharing laughter, and consistently embodying the qualities of model leaders. Your dedication makes a difference, and we, the students, are greatly appreciative. We are and will always be grateful for your impact on our lives and the sacrifices you have made for all your students.
Will you please join me in a round of applause for all of our outstanding parents, faculty, staff, and administration. Thank you.
Good morning. My name is Amelia Snyder. I'm honored and excited to stand before you as a member of the graduating class of 2025. I would like to thank all of our friends, family, and Broughton's exceptional administration, faculty, and staff who all contributed to getting us here today and who have been incredibly supportive throughout our time here. Sitting down at 7:25 in first period on Monday, it is easy to find yourself thinking, wow, I would do anything for it to be 2:18 right now. We often wish for the day to pass us by. Then it's Friday at 2:18, and we wish for the weekend to take its time, only to blink and for it to be Monday morning again. This cycle repeats itself into the fall, when we wish for the weeks leading up to winter break to pass quickly until it comes and goes, and suddenly we're wishing for spring break and then for summer. In these times of willing the hands on the clock to move faster, we easily miss opportunities to appreciate the moments that make this time together special. We all look forward to the big moments, the quos, proms, and graduation, but often miss the small moments that have a greater impact on us. We are excited for prom, but find ourselves frustrated with the process of planning it rather than appreciating the opportunity to do so. We can't wait for graduation, but overlook the last moments we spend together at school. It is exciting to look forward to the big moments in our lives, but sometimes doing so makes it hard for us to live in the moment. I encourage you all to appreciate looking back on getting ready with your friends for prom, having your family come to town for graduation, chatting with your friends in class, or even getting crushed by Gibbons in your game after school, because it is hard to believe how quickly these moments are behind us. Now, as all the days we wish to pass are behind us, I encourage all of you to reflect on the years you have spent with the people sitting around you. Appreciate the experiences we have had together, no matter how small, and how fortunate we are to have grown up alongside one another in this place. As you move forward into this next chapter of your life, remember that it is easy for us to wish, but it takes intentionality for us to appreciate. I encourage you to intentionally take time to appreciate these moments as you go off and accomplish everything you set your mind to, as I'm certain you all will. Congratulations to all of you. Thank you. Please now stand as we sing our alma mater.
You may be seated. Parents, family members, friends, faculty, distinguished guests, and most important, the graduating class of 2025, welcome to the 96th commencement ceremony of Needham B. Broughton Magnet High School. I'm Janice Dilks, your proud principal, and it is truly my honor to stand before you today to celebrate this extraordinary group of seniors. Graduates, today marks the culmination of years filled with challenge, growth, learning, and triumph. Each of you has walked a unique path to this moment, one paved with hard work, resilience, and the unwavering determination to succeed. You've earned this moment, and we are incredibly proud of all that you've accomplished. As you stand on the threshold of the next chapter, I want to offer you something more than just congratulations. I want to offer you a challenge. It's simple, yet powerful. Commit to your own excellence. A wise Broughton teacher once told her students, "Don't be okay with being okay." She was right. Do not settle for the middle. Do not be content with average. You are capable of so much more. And excellence, true excellence, demands intention. Commit to your education. Whether you're continuing your studies at a university, learning a trade, entering the workforce, or serving in the military, never stop growing. Never stop asking questions. Stay curious, stay hungry. Knowledge doesn't end with a diploma. It begins again every day with a choice to learn something new. Commit to being uncomfortable. Comfort is easy, but growth, real meaningful, life-changing growth, comes from stepping outside of what's familiar. I've learned this firsthand throughout my own journey. A mentor once told me, "You don't grow when you're comfortable." And they were right. Get uncomfortable. Try new things. Take risks. Face your fears. It's in those uncertain spaces that you will find your own strength. Commit to your success. This class has already shown what commitment looks like. As a group of 492 seniors, you have earned over $9.1 million in scholarship offers. Let that sink in. Your class includes 6 National Merit finalists, 10 future service members in the military, 59 Service Club members, 95 International Baccalaureate Diploma candidates, 142 Presidential Scholars, 215 North Carolina Scholars, 258 graduates receiving Latin honors, 412 seniors heading to 2- or 4-year colleges and universities, and an astounding 57,870 hours of community service given generously to others. These are not just numbers. They are a reflection of your commitment, your passion, and your character. Commit to improving the world. It's easy to say you are our future. And yes, you are. But here's what matters more. You now have a responsibility to leave this world better than you found it. Whether it's through kindness, innovation, advocacy, creativity, or service, find your way to make a difference, and then do it with everything you've got. Most importantly, commit to yourself. You get to write your own story, no one else. If you had told me at my own high school graduation that one day I would have the privilege of leading the very best high school in Wake County, I would have smiled politely and not believed a word of it. But someone saw something in me. Someone believed in me. And eventually, I believed in myself. I committed to my future, my calling, and my impact, and here I am. You have that very same power. Never underestimate what you are capable of when you believe in yourself and follow through with that commitment. To the class of 2025, we believe in you. We are proud of you. And we cannot wait to watch you thrive. As you leave the halls of Broughton High School, may you carry with you the lessons you've learned, the friendships you've made, and the confidence that you have the tools to build a meaningful, remarkable life. Go forth boldly, lead with purpose, and leave your mark. So it is only fitting to close with what unites us all. Sko Caps. Junior marshals, please now prepare our graduates for the receiving of their diplomas. At this time, we will begin the presentation of diplomas. A high school graduation is a time of honor, and we all share in your joy. Our seniors have worked extremely hard to reach this milestone, and each senior and family deserves the right to clearly hear each student's name as it is called. Please hold your applause. We will give our audience the opportunity after each assistant principal's set of names to properly recognize that group of outstanding achievements of seniors.
Raylene Abreu Telleria, Ghassan Muhammad Abu Baker, Jesus Anderic Akopa Sol, Grayson Edward Adams, Gemma Marie Adeo, Yaitza Aguilar Candela, August Bella Aarons, Christian Isaiah Alexander, Christopher Antoine Alexander, Tess Paloma Alexander, Violet Jean Alexander Swartz, Lillian Wilson Alford, Gavin Dempsey Allison, Emma Brooks Margaret Amatrano, Benjamin Lucas Quinn Antonio, Joshua Michael Arceri, Sarah Fisher Arch, Eleanor Catherine Askew, Mary Addison Scott Askew, Jackson Henry Atride, Emily Caroline Austin, LaCrystal Cheyenne Austin, Jasmine Avalos Barahona, Lucas Walker Bacon, Alexander Olin Balistreri, Claire Isabel Bandini, Rumesa Rashid Barbie, Kaylee Elizabeth Barnhill, Sebastian Andreevich Bartanev, George Mills Basin, Scarlett Wambui Bedoin, William Everett Bedford, Pamela Hope Bell, Salvier Shawan Bell Edwards, Skylar Addison Bellergeau, Ella Blue Belzano, Ryan Edward Binge, Lucy Mary Bertram, Roman Christopher Best Jr., Nathaniel Betts Binkley, Eric Snyer Berkeson Meyer, Bailey Elizabeth Bishop, Brock Dolan Blankenship, Alicia Borisova, Madison Elizabeth Boyd, John Vincent Boyne. Jaden Marquise Bradley. Caroline Olivia Brazel. Ella Paige Breeding. Benjamin Hammond Brewer. Guy Kester Brewer. Wesley Alexander Brewer. Caroline Ruth Britt. Webster Leighton Brogdon. Sindel Anna Brow. Autumn Nicole Brown. Kamara Alicia Brown. Latrell Nathan Brown. Marcus King Brown. Margaret Shanley Bell Brown. Molly Spencer Brown. Sarah Skipwith Brown. Summer May Brown. Ann Spencer Brew. Meredith Reed Brunson. Caleb Christian Bullock. Kanan S. Bunn. Lily Frances Burkhard. Kenya Deshay Burnett. Elliot Dowdy Burns. Hugh Faircloth Butler. Karina Gail Bazek. William David Callingart. Allie Catherine Camp. Avery Vaughn Campbell. Bella Ridion Campbell. William Bradley Carr Jr. Ethan Orlando Carrillo Eller. Ryan Hampton Carroll. Clara Jean Carson. Garrett Allen Carter. Caitlin Lynette Carter. Mateo Damian Carvajal. Nathan McLean Casino. Jocelyn Castillo Aguilar. Let's give this group of graduates a round of applause.
Perry Sheridan Cerniglia. Reese Sarah Cerniglia. Oscar Chadge Ovales. Lanai Leanna Chapman. Xing Yin Chen. Peter Jackson Chinnery. Allison Lee Cherry. Karen Chalufia Chileche. Grace Elizabeth Chilton. Naya Kimberly Churchville. James McClintock Cobb. Savannah Havens Call. Piper Lily Conklin. Louise McNeil Corbett. Isabel Grace Corey. Juan Pablo Corpus Morales. Betsabi Carrero Romero. Naraya Charnay Cox. Ella Fraser Kramer. Trenton Michael Jameson Craven. Aiden Becker Creel. Eliza Jade Hill Krell. Amber Marie Crossland. Edward Burks Crumpler. Webb Crute Crumpler. Gregory Daniil Crutchfield. Chris Alexander Cruz Camacho. Declan Cushman Field. Israel Moriah Davis McLean. Evelyn Lily DeYoung, Linnea Beth DeBellis, Kevin Jose Delgado Miron, Andrew Christopher Diamond, Tatiana Marie Diamond, Patience Renee Dingle, Chloe Yvette Dittmer, Caroline Sandra Dittus, Carmen Martina DiVincenzo, Violet Alyssa Dominguez, Elena Doran, Connor Douglas, Oliver Sean Doyle, Thomas Andrew Dragone, Joshua Aiden Dunning, Tobias Antonio Dunstan, Noah Graham Earp, Bradley Alexander Eaton, Tyler Morrison Edwards, Wallace Caroline Edwards, Michael L. DeBoggy, Margaret Adele Imbler, Julia Grace Enders, Killeen Eraso Mejia, Iriani Yisel Espinosa Morales, Anthony Ty Lee Everett, Nicholas Frederick Faison, Daniel Cole Falcone, Jackson Claywell Farfour, Charles Grant Faulkner, David Mistler Findelman, Cassidy Shea Fiore, Alesh Buitrago, Paul Buitrago, William Britton Farrell, Maxwell Ingham Fetvet, Ethan Robert Fields, Lachlan Asher Findley, Adria Maylin Fogg, Alaya Diani Ford, Zaira Ayana Fraser Calhoun, Delker Zuri Zadeh Funez Pantaleon, Anthony Alexis Galicia, Elizabeth Wesley Gallimore, Eduardo Galvan Castillo, Jonathan Galvan Patricio, Everardo Garcia, Nicholas Carter Garcia, William Jackson Garrett, Jacob Adams Gastmeyer, Raul Gatica Hernandez, Gardner Hazel Gaylord, Tatiana Gazga Santos. Let's give this group of graduates a round of applause.
William Christian Jem, Jamana Muhammad Gim, Shay Tyler Glade, Genesis Diana Gomez Flara, Camille Jane Gracely, John Keenan Gracely, Marco Gael Gracida Ramos, Carissa Gabrielle Graves, Bobby Chess Grayson, Willow May Grimico, Diane Isabel Guillen Uskagui, Olivia May Aline Haggerty, Liza Kate Haithcock, Daphne Sybil Hall, Derek Hall, Mary Louise Hall, Essence Nikkei Hamer, Emery Holt Hamilton, John Scott Hannon, Valerie Bell Hardin, Elizabeth Bradshaw Harrell, Sutton Elizabeth Harrigan, David Santiago Harris, Samuel Owen Harris, Josiah Benjamin Hart, Colby Jane Harvey, Noor Amitas Hassan, Margaret Preston Boyer Hensley, Edwin Hernandez, Elijah Marquise Hicks, Talia Sophia Hicks, Drew Lawrence Hill, Jesse James Hill, Everett Grayson Hilliard, Jacob McIntosh Tucson Height, Inez Marie Hobgood, Bryce Edward Holland, Chase Anthony Holland, Ella Ann Holland, Walker Glenn Holland, Rosalind Sashi Holler, Benjamin Bradshaw Horton, Carolyn Chandler Horton, Jackson Duncan Horton, Jordan Alyssa Hoyle, Bradley Gregory Hubble, Ashley Simone Hughes, DeTori Andretti Hunt, Pluto Hutchinson, Mohammed Ibrahim, Sadia Imran, Reka Meadow Ishitani, Andrew Cole Jackson, Donquilla Charmaine Jackson, Lauren Rebecca Jackson, Nadeja Jacalaire Jackson, Angie Jaheen Amato, Sarah Ahmed Jarouche, Leslie Jimenez Rodriguez, Miriam Job, Jamar Lamont Johnson, Joseph Gray Johnson, Lars Joseph Johnson, Samantha Jane Johnson, George Powers Jones, Wiley Miller Jones, Maddox Elizabeth Jordan, Paxton Michael Jordan, Carolyn Marie Joshi, Peke Juma. Let's give this group of graduates a round of applause.
Hayden David Ketchum, Presley James King, Catherine Elizabeth Kirkland, Thomas Moore Kitzler, Olivia Grace Clallam, Hayden Reed Collar, Jefferson Daniel Costner, Charles Michael Kraft, Melina Eleni Keene, Tucker Pierce LaFawn, Sienna Elizabeth Lell, Rachel Angelica Lambert, Annika Eva Elizabeth Langston, Chandler Lynn Lassiter, Abera James Lecker, John Lenning, Ava Mae Lemansky, Paige Lee Lennon, Kate Edgerton Lester, Dawson Van Lewis, Robert Garrick McLeod Lewis, Parker Hayes Link, Laura Elise Lividay, Anthony Margarito Lobardo, Miller Wayne Lunsford, Miriam Louise Lutz, Hung Min Liu, Gael Edina Catherine Macalino, Diego Gabriel Machuca, Jacob Robert Macco, William Evan Maher. Muhammad Magdi Magoob. Grace Victoria Maley. Nathan Manai. Haley Lily Malone. Catherine Perrier Malone. Jenny Finn Menken. Susanna Randolph Mann. Maria Paula Marquez Boskin. Graham Jackson Marsh. Ava Marie Martin. Amberly Martinez. Sydney Nicole Martinez Sargent. Kamari Louise Renee Mason. Camille Doughton May. Lamar Melvin Curtis Mays. Please give this group of graduates a round of applause.
Jacqueline Ann McDonough. Laderick Doran McGill Jr. Gavin Elijah McGuinn. David Scott McIntyre III. Anne Hadley McKinney. Metlabham Mabratum. Esmeralda Medina Romero. Madeline Martin Melkerson. Jefferton Mezda Valenzuela. Haley Vermillion Midkiff. Catherine Diane Miller. Morgan Nicole Miller. Patrick Brannan Miller. Avery Madeline Mills. Jasper Benedict Mirasol Jamillo. Helen Elizabeth Mitchell. Abigail Lynn Moe. Leo Shu Molinoff. Sophia Margot Molick. Marlo Dominique Moman. Elizabeth Hobby Holmes Moore. Faraz Muradi. Natasha Muradi. Camilo Morales Soto. Karen Jacqueline Moscada Vasquez. Tanner Patrick Munley. Madeline Rose Murphy. Miguel Angel Nabona Pallard. Tristan Eric Neal. Camila Anastasia Neeb. Olivia Grace Negron. Sarah Bennett Nelson. Olivia Virginia Nespeka. Natalie Nyop Wen. David Vaughn Nightingale. Randy James Norris. Allison Marie North. Olivia Grace Aubert. Allison Sachs O'Donovan. Milagros Olea. John Welch Openshaw. Kiera Elena Orohovitz. And Anila Vanilia Orozco Mendez. Jonah Foster Osborne. Adelaide Oversmith. Miriella Esther Pillan. Harrison Lee Park. Jack Riley Passfield. David Patricio Zuolegua. Mia Catherine Pedraza. Austin Barnes Penley. Lucas Alfred Peterson. Kira Grace Pettibone. Romello Charles Pettis. Sterling Boone Philbrook Beck. Dino Joseph Perazzi. Maria Jose Placencio Zavala. Catherine Nobles Porterfield. Hunter William Potter. Annabeth Leah Powell. Catherine Jacqueline Powell. Charles Burton Price. Harrison Gray Probst. Madeline Adriana Kwok Mendez. Madison Parker Poley. Zariah Lachey Poley. David Alexander Purvis Jr. Let's give this group of graduates a round of applause.
Dyson Martin Ramirez Romero. Daisy Liliana Razo Secundino. Dairy Raquena Pesh. Noah Alexander Retzloff. Jose Emmanuel Reyes Ortiz. Lila Ray Riffle Deloe. Wilmer Omar Rivera Aparicio. Shayla Taylor Roberts. Henry Clyde Robinson. Kevin Gael Rodriguez Perez. Jasmine Fatima Rodriguez Hermenegildo. Diego Obed Rodriguez Herrera. Yasmin Amelia Romero Luna. Anais Rosa Leba. Tyler Wynn Rosen. Andrew Kearney Rostick. Alexander Edward Rotman. Jack Clayton Royster. Riley Elizabeth Salvatore. Carolyn Sanchez Esteban. Alan Omayet Sanaget Munoz. Isabella Santa Rosa. Raheem Lamont Saunders. Layla Marlo Saya. Noah Patrick Scanlon. Adalia Carmen Shafroth Craig. Avery Grace Schulmoller. Lorenzo Pettis Schmore. Matisse Pettis Schmore. Elijah Robert Schoonover. Isabel Cromwell Shoup. Cameron Andrew Schwenker. John Francis Seal IV. Morgan Alexandra Self. Sitlali Serrano Dominguez. Jackson Campbell Shade. Selah Anais Shakur. Chloe Hannah Shire. Eric Rashad Schroff. Micaiah Shays Silfast Johnson. Jacob Aaron Sine. Johnisha Kelly Singleton. Ariel Nicole Smith. Garner Elliott Smith. Harper Gable Smith. Henry Cooper Smith. London Courtney Tyler Smith. Amelia Elizabeth Snyder. Jack Dennis Snyder. Paul Thomas Solomon. Orson Richard Speaks. Jabri Xavier Sproul. Lillian Jade Steinbeck. Alexia Isabella Stewart. Seth Alexander Stewart. William Jack Stewart. Georgiana Clark Stokes. Nathaniel Grant Sudrith. Let's give this group of graduates a round of applause.
Avery Barrett Swain. Chandler Dival Swain. Broder Phelps Swinson. Ann Tatum Switzer. Melise Elizabeth Taverny. Claire Manning Taylor. Claire Michelle Taylor. Hannah Adam Marie Taylor. Kendall Brianne Taylor. Sophia Amelia Taylor. Storm Taylor. Eddie Alexander Thalia Rodriguez. James Elvie Thomas IV. Macon Cecil Thomas. Jambi Wamboy Thuku. Lorenzo Augusto Tirado. Alexander Gabriel Talaver. Tanner Reese Townsend. Eric Nicholas Tudor. Holt Bradley Turlington. Eleanor Catherine Turner. Asher Edward Turpin. Cameron Lee Tyra. Cameron Valdez. Christopher Kale Van Severin II. Matthew Ren Vanoy. Paige Zedrin Van Osto. Sophia Vargas Viana. Gavin Harper Vaughn. Vicencio Valderrama. Genesis Nazareth Varturo Hernandez. Grace Elizabeth Vinson. Zayden Owen Volger. Manoy Kapua Wade. Campbell Liza Waddington. James Paul Wagner. Presley Johnson Walk. Elizabeth Dare Walker. Frank Brewer Wall. Derek Wang. Catherine Grace Ward. Anna Sharon Warwick. Mercedes Kira LaShawn Washington. Elizabeth Harper Watkins. Royale Gwendolyn Wells Redding. Seiji Crutch Welsh. Calvin Alexander Wheeler. Connor Martin White. Hope Almia White. Oriana Michelle Whitley. Dixon Lane Widmeyer. Olivia Ann Wilbur. William Holton Wilkerson III. Azaria Ann Wilkins. Sanai Michaela Wilkins. Fiona Helena Will. Claire Robbins Williams. Gray Milligan Williams. Jamiqua Williams. Jalacia Melise Williams. Kaylin Amir Williams. Olympia Pearl Williams. Shaman Lemon Williams. Grayson Campbell Willis. Anna Jet Winter. Davis Hayes Womack. Linda Elizabeth Wood. Travion Woodard. Andrew Ligon Woodson. Jaslyn Michelle Wooten. Emma Wells Worley. John William Yates IV. William Bowen York. Patrick James Young. Franklin Spence Youngs. George Zelliff. Molly Miriam Zinner. Let's give our class of 2025 a round of applause.
To declare that these members of the Needham B Broughton High School class of 2025 have met all of the graduation requirements of the North Carolina State Board of Education and the Wake County Public School System Board of Education are entitled to a diploma. Congratulations, graduates.
Seniors, please rise. Congratulations, Needham B. Broughton High School Class of 2025 graduates. You may now turn your tassel from right to left.